this is a really important week for us as we get started in our coaching session, so I thought I would just send you a short video to kind of give you my thoughts on the coaching process, how it unfolds, some tips and tricks and things like that. I think this is a really exciting time and a really exciting process for us to begin. Coaching is for me, it's a really fun kind of experience to be someone's coach, to kind of help someone achieve a goal or to even just set a goal or learn more about themselves. I think it's a really, really fun thing to help someone else do that. So I hope that you'll have some fun when you do this and get to know your coaching partner. I think this can be a really, really cool kind of skill to learn and to use in many, many, many different kinds of circumstances. So I'm just going to run down a few things for you. I won't take a whole lot of time tonight. I want to just remind you that as the coachee, what you're being asked to do is to set a SMART goal. And many of you are probably familiar with what a SMART goal is and what it entails, but I've posted some information for you that's going to help you understand what it is. But just in a short review, a SMART goal is a goal that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So think about that as you are setting your goal, as you are articulating your goal. Also, as the coach, keep that in mind. Keep those 5 things in mind as you're trying to draw out what this goal is for your coachee, okay? The other thing is that for this class, we're going to be practicing the GROW model. The GROW model of coaching is a really, really popular kind of coaching model. There's actually many kinds of coaching models that are available. Most of them they're pretty similar in nature, but we're going to be using the GROW model. GROW stands for goal, reality, options, and then lastly, what, when, why, and the will to do something. So lots of W's, okay? So 2 different things. So one for the coachee, so put yourself in the place of I am being coached. You're asked to set a SMART goal. And then the second thing is, as the coach, you're going to follow the GROW model. Now, the GROW model asks you to ask questions sort of in that order, and your text goes through that in terms of how to ask those questions, what kind of questions to ask. But it basically asks you to consider going through the process in that order. So talking about what is the goal. So tell me what your goal is. What is the reality? What sort of surrounds that? What's the context for that goal? What are your options? And then what kinds of resources do you need? When will this happen? Who will be involved? What sort of will do you have behind this goal to get it done? Okay, so that's kind of the process, the steps in the coaching process, okay? I've posted a lot of information for you in this week's content for you to think about what is this process? What is the coaching process supposed to look like? And again, this is just one model for us to follow. There are many out there, but I encourage you to read through all of the materials and really figure out, as a coach, what exactly am I going to do? How am I going to approach this? What's going to be sort of my professional image, so to speak, my coaching image. A few of the things that I want to remind you of as you're going into this process, especially as you are the coach. Being a coach is a huge responsibility. There's a lot that's involved in being a coach and in doing it well. Okay, so just a few things to think about besides all of the information that I've given you. Just a few pointers I want to point out to you. The first thing is to ask open-ended questions. So avoid questions like, do you think you can do that? Or do you think this is going to work out well? Do you think you have the resources to make this happen? So don't ask questions that can be easily answered with yes or no. Instead, ask questions like, what kinds of things do you need to help you make this goal happen? Who will be able to help you in this process? Have you thought about X, Y, Z, right? So ask open-ended questions that will get the person that you're coaching to really think about the kinds of things that they're doing, the goal that they've set, okay? The other thing is that, and this is something that when I first started coaching myself, I really struggled with, and that's don't offer advice. So as the coach, it's not your place to offer advice, unless, of course, the person you're coaching has asked you specifically to offer some advice, but we really try to shy away from that, okay? We try to shy away from just offering advice. Well, have you thought about this? You should think about doing this, 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 or maybe you should approach it this way. So instead, really try to put yourself in this objective standpoint as sort of this third party You don't really have a lot to do with it. You're just kind of asking questions to help guide the person, right? As the coach, it's not about you. It's about the person you're coaching. So keep that in mind. It's not about you. So ask questions, be inquisitive, be curious, and really try to dig into what the person you're coaching is trying to do, what the goal that they're trying to meet, okay? Then the last thing is take good notes. This is going to help you when it comes time to do the hat project for this class. It's going to help you reflect. It's going to help you in subsequent coaching sessions, so you can go back to your notes and you can say, well, you know, last time we talked about X, Y, and Z. Have you thought more about that? Has anything changed? What else do you think you could add to this? What else would you like to talk about? So take lots and lots of notes. It's going to help you, like I said, in those two ways. All right? You're going to have a lot of fun going through this process. I encourage you, as you're thinking about your goal, to make it something professional, but certainly if you want to make it something personal, you are welcome to do that as well. Maybe it's going to be a project that you have to work on at work. Maybe it's going to be something to do with your family, or maybe social life, whatever it is. But I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing this. Most of the students who go through this process have a lot of fun doing it, and I think you will too. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to chat with you about any questions you might have, but I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing this. Good luck.